Guys, welcome to part one. This will be mission one, which is called Closing the Book. So I'm going to be playing this on Novice, and the specific reason of why I'm going to be playing it on Novice is because I want to show you guys like the whole game, and I don't want to make this overly long for anybody. Because I'm going to be showing how you can survive and not get killed. Actually, I think I'm going to amend it. I think I'm going to go with Nightmare because I want to show you guys it is doable to not get killed. So we're going to have to deal with multiple parts when the Xenomorph comes out. So I'm going to amend it. It's going to be Nightmare instead. So enjoy the videos.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anesidora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port
I know what it
facility.
is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrens if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
All right, here we go. So, I'm going to be doing things a little bit different than what you guys are used to, probably. So, a little bit about this game. So, anytime you see little boxes like this, they could be up in the ceiling, in specific type of rooms, or down like this. They're not usually down like this, but there are some. With the green in it means you can loot them. So you just open it. Oh wow, we on Nightmare we got a really good thing there. Press R, or if you're using a controller, which I don't do. I don't use a controller, but I use a keyboard. So whatever button is your button to loot all, I would take it all, especially in Nightmare. This is a save machine in this particular place in Mission 1. This isn't how they typically look. This is like, I think, the only place in the entire game that looks this way. So, but I'm going to go around, look for materials, loot all of these things because that's part of the thing. And I'm looking at everything. You can even close this back down. You can I think you can open it back up too. So, I don't know if this affects the game, to be honest, like the xenomorph or anything, doing any of these things. There's still a lot to discover. Maybe it's totally useless. But in order to get out of this room, you have to go over here to do the sign in. And it doesn't matter how you do it in here. You could open the door and then go loot everything. It shouldn't affect it. Anyway, currently Ripley is butt naked except in her underwear. But we're not going to get her clothing yet. We're going to do something to show off some secret dialogue that a lot of people don't know about. So here's the first terminal you come across in the game. Actually all of, no, there might be one or two or three, maybe 5 terminals that don't have any information on it. But since there's no enemies in this mission, we could afford to take our time here and look around and do things. So usually, like I was telling you about in that first room, this is the type of room, and it may not even look like this, but it might be similar. But they'll always have these things up where they're at currently. So you won't have to really look down. Oh, are there any on the floor? They're going to be up like this. Just if they're the wall caches or whatever you'd want to call them. This is what the save machines look like usually. Actually, in fact, from here on out, they all look like this unless it's a load screen, which will do an autosave. And then there's these type. So you do get some that are down like this, but they will always come in pairs of 4 from here on out. Nothing in the box, even though it said you could loot it. See, there's nothing in those. And that's specifically because it's Nightmare. Novice, you're likely to get something out of every box, but not guaranteed. Oh man, haven't got anything. So, items that are strewn around that are not in treasure chests or caches, they could be on beds, they could be just sitting on the floor, they could be like on counters. You just gotta look around for stuff. Oh man, this room sucked for looting. Oh my gosh. Now, this doesn't do anything. I'd like to come in here and just kind of fake go to the bathroom. You can do a shower. You can leave the water going and leave. Just to be funny, I guess. But usually people will come over here and get into this storage locker right here just to get Amanda dressed. But there's actually secret dialogue that you can get in this game if you do not get dressed right now. This just turns it on and off. Doesn't matter. So let's go read this. Now, feel free to pause on this video and read all of this. So, in order for this to count towards your, I'm gonna back out of this. No, how do I get out of it? Q. There we go. There we go. So push tab, and you've got like this map. Now on nightmare difficulty, it's different from all the other difficulties. So this will have an extra step in it. You don't have a working map. This map is broken 100% of the time. You never get it. I was actually thinking about doing novice earlier, but the reason I changed it to nightmare is because I want to show you can go through this game without getting killed. Now, can I guarantee I'm not going to get killed? No. But it might be a very long playthrough of this game in order to achieve that. But anyway, all of these what do you call it? These are the name tags that you find throughout the game. There's 50 of them. Sorry, they're dog tags, ID tags. There's 50 of them in the entire game. And not every level has them. Some have more than others. But these things are what we're going to collect through the game. You got to pick them up. They're on the ground. There's no tracker for them. You just got to find them. But right here is the journal entry for everything in the game. And you see how it starts at the top left here? It says 001. Now I'm speeding through it. It goes to number 151. And these are through the game, and they tell you everything. But here's the thing. I probably should have nuked it, but the first one is right in front of us in the computer. So if you want to read these later, what I would suggest to do, you don't have to do it immediately. I mean, it's just information, really. Some of it is codes for what you can find further in the game and whatever. You just got to know which ones are which. But anyway, these are all the logs, and you get these from computers and a few of them from NPC people that will tell you information like I think it's this one, Transit 149 is like really hard to get, or is it 141? Nowhere to run. No, I don't remember which one it is, but I'll show it to you guys because it's really difficult to get because it's out of the way, and the game doesn't require or tell you about it. And then we have the Nostromo logs. There's 10 of them in the game, and there's a lot of backtracking in order to go back and get these. So we're going to be doing all of this, even though I have it displayed here. This is what we're going to go through. Feel free to follow along, but I will tell you this, that enemies, whether it's a xenomorph or a facehugger or whatever, well, facehuggers are always in the same place. It's a little bit different for them, but all the enemies are going to be different. They're not predictable to where, oh yeah, I got 10 minutes here on this terminal and I can just sit here and read through it. The tension is high the whole time when enemies are out, specifically when the xenomorph is out. The humans and the androids could be dealt with and hidden from significantly easier. But the xenomorph trucks around everywhere. Anyway, so this is going to have number 1 on it. And in order to get this on your record, you actually have to do so. You can't just do this. As far as I understand, I could be wrong on this, but you do not you don't just open the computer and then walk away. You have to search. So push E if you're on keyboard, and then E again, twice, Q to go back, and then W and S to go down in the 4 little squares on the left here. We need a different computer to show you that, but that's how you do that. Q is the back out. So we did everything in here except get dressed. Let me go show you that unique dialogue. It's only about her being naked, basically. It doesn't change anything. There's no hidden items that are gonna, be around or spawn in because you've magically changed your clothes. It doesn't do any of that. You're welcome to try, though. Here's the first one.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship. I realize it's a very similar model to...
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-Class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
You should probably get changed, Ripley. Verlaine will be calling us soon.
That last line is unique if you're not dressed. Where he tells you should get dressed. Now, he's not the only one that says it. Let's say you don't listen to him and you don't get dressed, right? So you can actually make this table pull in here. It's useless. It doesn't do anything. But it actually goes in. Don't know why they did that. Yeah, you can get it to come back out, I think, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it alone. Now, there's any way you can go any way you want in this ship. If you're playing on a lower difficulty, you will find more items on probably, maybe, like on these boxes and little crates and things. Nightmare, the item drop is significantly less. So I'm just going down the hallways looking for items. Usually there's not any, though, regardless of the difficulty. Except what you've seen us loot.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. I realize your mother has been missing for 15 years, and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours. You should probably get changed before Verlaine calls us.
So, this, as far as I understand it, I could be wrong. If you get dressed and you go talk to Samuels, he'll say what he said. He doesn't have the clothing thing. And then you go talk to her, she'll say what she says, and she doesn't say the get dressed thing. But if you're naked and you talk to them, they both ask you if you've talked to the other one. If you're dressed, I think it's if you talk to one of them and then you go talk to the other, it doesn't matter how you do it. Only one of them will say, have you talked to so-and-so, I think. I could be wrong on that. But I can't demonstrate that here because I can't rewind and then show you all the little ways you could do it. But that's the dialogue right there. You just saw all the dialogue and secret dialogue. You can, oh yes, there's a couple of these in the game. Not many, but they do appear throughout the game. These counters could have items on them. The table doesn't usually. Now you could turn this on or leave it off. There's a theory about those lately, but nobody knows. Here's terminal number 2. And so this one, see, W and S move it up and down. So you have to push E, then E again, and then you could use your mouse button to scroll down, or you can use on your keyboard page up and page down to make it go. But you can, once again, you can read these in your log if you push Q. But hang on, before we get there, I'll demonstrate it. So I can't get out of this. How do I get the shared folder? Just push Q. And then you can go back to it. So then push E and E again, and then you can scroll through it if you decided to. I wouldn't do it. You can read it later if you want. This information, though, a lot of people don't read this information. I'm talking about sit down later when you have all of them and read them. There's a lot of issues with what people think about this game, and I would recommend you guys read them and place them in order. It'll tell you exactly what happened before you got to Sevastopol. Oops. I hit escape by accident. So that's pretty much it. Verlaine is right through here. You can't go any further than this until you get dressed. So I'm gonna make Amanda Ripley go get dressed. Crouch is C or whatever your button is on the thing. By the way, you could follow all of these through the whole game. I'm not kidding. You could follow that number getting bigger of the lockers. Now we're getting dressed.
All personnel to the bridge. Approaching Sevastopol Station.
All right, that was mission 1 in everything you can and can't do in this game. Like you can't run right now. You can only walk or crouch. Crouch slash crawl. That's it. Now you just head back down this corridor, and I think there's 2 videos that are going to play. Well, I'm going to be ending it right after the second video. So be aware, and we'll come back to the next thing. Mission 2.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol Station.
You cannot go in
We
here.
docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
Does everyone have their briefing documents?
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
Alright, this ends mission 1. So I'll be back. Take care, guys, and we'll be back here pretty quick.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
Is that damage?
Looks like damage.
Punch up 74, tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Wayland.
Yutani Bond, you're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over.
This Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol Station. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? The station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you. Depressurizing. Oh, fuck. hating this. Just shadow me, Taylor. You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
Fuck happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim. Just keep moving! Taylor, Ripley, hold on! Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Okay.